Hello, everyone. My name is Adriana Chavez. I am your Chek practitioner, integrated movement coach, and holistic lifestyle coach. Today, I want to go over Candida, specifically Candida albicans, and how it can really wreak havoc on the body. We're going to go over what it is and the symptoms. Now, the reason why I want to go over this is because I personally have dealt with Candida in my body because I have dealt with all of these symptoms that I'm going to list today. Now, I never got a test, specifically the test that I'll go over later in the video. I never did get a test. Maybe one day I will, but I have trusted what the symptoms that my body is showing me, giving me, and I have taken proper protocols and have seen tremendous results. Candida albicans is a fungus, and in order to conquer this fungal imbalance, you need to have a strong colony of good bacteria. This specific bacteria that will regulate the Candida albicans is Lactobacillus acidophilus. A simple way to tell if you have an overgrowth in Candida, just number one right off the bat, is if you've ever had a yeast infection. This is specifically more common in women, but men can get this too. Maybe men more often have it in the mouth. So this is known as thrush. And we can kind of set it off in between one another. But specifically, when we think about women, 70 to 75% of women have had a yeast infection in their life, and 40 to 45% of women have reoccurring yeast infections. And we all know that these are dreadful to deal with. So if you are experiencing this, that is a very clear sign that you have a gut issue or a gut microbiome imbalance. Let's get into the symptoms. The symptoms that we are most commonly dealing with are bloating, gas, abdominal pain, constipation, and diarrhea. Now, I'm just going to focus on these 5 symptoms right now. The reason why we experience the bloat, the gas, and the abdominal pain is because if we have an overgrowth in yeast, and we're feeding it what it likes to eat, which is sugar and carbohydrates, this is going to set off a gas. This gas will create the distended abdominal wall and create that large bloat that we all dislike. So it's the same rules apply as if you had a sourdough and you are making bread, the yeast, right? What do we need it? What do we need to make it rise? We need carbs. We need a sugar. Same rules apply when we make kombucha or beer. It creates an off gas or a gas, right? So it makes it rise. It makes it bubbly. So the same thing is happening inside of your body. This obviously is going to cause discomfort, and nobody wants a bloated belly. It's super uncomfortable, and we all want to have these nice, beautiful, flat belly because it just makes us feel good and we feel more attractive, and we're also not having to deal with the pain that comes with a bloated belly. So, another thing is the constipation and the diarrhea. Now, the reason why we get these 2 symptoms is because Candida actually creates a toxic chemical in the body. Now, this toxic chemical is also in charge of headaches, your fatigue, your brain fog, and it also doesn't allow you to digest foods well. This is why we have constipation and diarrhea, because those foods are not being digested properly inside the gut microbiome. Other symptoms that these toxic chemicals give are skin irritations. Now, these skin irritations are going to be dandruff, eczema, ringworm, athlete's foot, jock itch, and skin pigmentations. If these symptoms continue, meaning we're not doing anything about it, we keep going on with whatever it is that we like to eat, whether it's high carbohydrates, a high sugar diet, high non-food diet, this will eventually lead to illness. You might find yourself sick often. You might have different types of infections like sinus infections, more allergies, and it will eventually lead to some type of autoimmune disease. or worse, a disease. All disease starts in the gut microbiome. So if you have just these symptoms, let's get rid of it now so we don't have to deal with issues later. So, considering most of the women that are here are women that are struggling with weight loss, weight management, muscle growth, and energy level, this can be a simple solution that there might be something going on in the gut microbiome. Now, this is not a one size fits all. I used to be a marathon runner. I was very skinny, but I was also highly stressed. And I dealt with a candida issue. I had IBS and I was very inflamed in my gut. Every time I ate, same rules apply. I was bloated, I was constipated, and when I did go to the restroom, it was hard to pass. And sometimes, most of the time, it was diarrhea. And this is because I was in a highly stressed environment, and Candida loves it when we are stressed because it makes a more alkaline body due to the increase in cortisol. Just like our body temperature, it is important for it to be in that happy range of about 97 to 98, I think. But we know that if it's 100, 101, 2, or 103, this can cause serious issues in the body, even as far as brain damage. The same rules apply with our pH. We need the pH to be at a favorable pH of 7.4. If it goes above that, if it's a little bit too alkaline, again, this is going to be a more favorable environment for Candida, and we need to increase the acidophilus, hence the name. This is the bacteria that will conquer and defeat an overgrowth of Candida albicans. Now you're going to want to watch the next video, because in the next video, I'm going to go over the treatments of Candida albicans, the protocol that I use in Balance and Strong, which is my 90-day transformational 100% online program. And I'm going to go over that protocol with you. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. And as always, love and strength.